understand that was in jest, and I'm going to stop trying to be funny. That's my. I'm going to stop trying to be funny. That's.
Today we hear from Sean Payton, and it will be interesting. Welcome to DMac Smack. It is the acclimation period for the Broncos. They checked in yesterday, and we'll hear from Pat Surtain and Quinn Miners. We've heard all about the facilities. We'll get to that as well. But really, the big question of the day will be about Jonathon Cooper. And I was shocked. I know Jonathon Cooper has been in a 40-day treatment program. He has several charges, one of them a felony for strangulation of a woman. And it's not looking great for him in terms of what the NFL could possibly do. But it looks like the Broncos are telling the NFL, okay, we've done our part. We told him to stay away excuse me, during OTAs and minicamp. He has been in communication with us. He has done a 40-day program to treat, I'm assuming, his mental health. And now if something's going to happen, we're going to leave it up to you, NFL, and the court system itself. We'll see if Jonathon Cooper is on the field, and that'll be a big news story today. And we'll find out about that shortly. Make sure you keep listening to Altitude Sports Radio 92.5. And myself and Rachel Vigil will be along with Cocktail Hour to recap everything that's going on with the Broncos. In terms of what happened yesterday, Rachel was out there, and she gives you the scoop on everything that's going on. So, Rachel, why don't you let us know what's happening?
It's giving a first day of school energy, new locker rooms, a new cafeteria, and a new weight room. Lots of new for the Denver Broncos as the veterans finally reported for training camp today, and they get to experience this brand new building. Camp is officially here. Now, Quinn Miners spoke to us on the podium today, and he says that he couldn't stop smiling, emphasizing the amount of ease when it comes to the new facility.
Finding new things every time, and I'm just stayed on the first floor of this thing. I got to park underground. When I get done with practice, my truck's not going to be 150 degrees. Like, that's a nice little thing. The locker room is close. The food's right there. The weight room's right there. Field's right here. The ease of everything is just incredible.
The Broncos locker room last year got an F on the NFLPA Players Report card. So this new one, it could only mean it was going up. There are couches in it. It is close proximity to the weight room, and Patrick Surtain said it exceeded all of his expectations.
My expectations was high, and it definitely exceeded my expectations. I don't think there's nothing like this in the league. I mean, it's state of the art. Very nice facilities, everything. And it seems like, when you look at it, obviously you look at the locker rooms, the facilities, it just seemed like it was meant to be, and they put it in the right spot, in the right position with this team. So it's great that we have this to our disposal.
He knew about the torn bicep on Ben Powers. Week 5 against Philadelphia, he flew back to Denver the next day and then was placed on IR after he had surgery. The one we didn't know about, Week 16 against the Jacksonville Jaguars, where he dealt with a Liz Frank injury. Now that pretty much means a broken foot that he played the rest of the season on. And Quinn Miners told us today that he is one tough son of a bee. He
really personifies the energy and what we have in our room here as an offensive line. He's a tough SOB. He's funny. He works hard. It's everything that you want in a guard.
At the end of the season press conference after the Broncos fell short in the AFC Championship game, Sean Payton said it's all about going back to square one. And that's training camp. That's day one. That's the players reporting today, getting ready for it. And there are high expectations for this team, both externally and internally. But it's taking it week by week and making sure you're ready for the moment.
The way I see it is I'm always prepping for that in the first point. So I mean, the cliche of, stay ready so you don't have to get ready. So, like, if I wasn't mentally ready for whatever kind of a run of a season, like, that's shame on you. That's how you should start every single training camp, is that's the expectation.
Now, while the players get acclimated to their new pretty shiny building, it's like back to school vibes all over again, making sure you don't get lost in the puzzle of a new building. But the Broncos will return back to a place they're very familiar with, and that's the football field tomorrow for their first day of practice.
All right. Thank you for Rachel for that. Nicely done, as always. And again, me and Rachel later tonight for cocktail hour to recap the Broncos on the field. We're brought to you by Journey Spice. Love Journey Spice. And if you want to get a heaping helping of Journey Spice at a low cost, then just use this QR code and use the code OFFSEASON26. No matter what the meal is, it tastes better with Journey Spice. Organic, delicious, incredible packaging. We love you, Journey Spice, and Rosa are two of my favorite people in the world. And what they've done with Journey Spice is just absolutely incredible. Thank you to Journey Spice, who brings you altitude football and DMac back each and every single day. In terms of the Broncos facility itself, well, it got rave reviews, that's for sure. And it looks just absolutely unbelievable. From the uniform wall, the Hall of Fame wall, to the cafeteria, the snack area, the weight room, and perhaps one of the most amazing things, the improvement from an F to an A+ for the locker room facility. Incredible. So will this help the Broncos? I don't know. Who knows, man? But you can't just make little improvements. If you're going to improve things the right way, you might as well go all the way. And if this facility that got done on time for the players looks like this, what in the world will a new stadium and entertainment district look like for downtown and Burnham Yard? My goodness, I can't even imagine. So great job to all involved to getting it going. And now we get back on the field. Unfortunately, the biggest story surrounds what's happening to an off-the-field issue with Jonathon Cooper. More on this later today. I'm going to be headed down there to put my eyes on acclimation practice, and we'll be on from noon to 3, obviously, with Tyler and Scott talking about it. And then later tonight at 6 o'clock with Rachel, we'll also have special training camp updates on top of altitude football. And those will be starting Friday night at 8 p.m. and it'll be every night at 8 p.m. From now, every day after a training camp practice. So Friday, Saturday, and then next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It'll be something, but we love it. We absolutely love it. Other Broncos news, Michael Wilhoit, the coach that was arrested for getting in a fight with a cop at the airport, has been rehired by the Broncos. He's being brought back as a defensive coach. He still has a civil case against him, but the criminal case was dismissed. And hey, listen, I'm all for a guy who had a bad day, a bad moment, being given a second chance. That is a lot different than the Jonathon Cooper situation. For the record, with the Jonathon Cooper situation, I'm surprised he's back. I am. And I understand what the Broncos are doing. I understand they really value him as a player. And they're hoping that he gets on the field. What Jonathon Cooper really has to worry about is going to jail. But he has an incredible attorney, and we'll see what happens. And there's likely things behind the scenes that I'm not aware of. I'm just not clear why the Broncos need to sort of even bother with this. Hey, you get better, you into the treatment program, deal with all of your court stuff, get all of that done. But that may mean that he would miss the season. We'll follow the story as it continues. Peyton Watson news, and it gets a bit tiresome because, oh my gosh, when will this resolve itself? But the latest is that the Nuggets are asking a little bit less, not 2 first-rounders. The latest rumor in a sign-and trade would be that Peyton Watson gets dealt for A.J. Green of the Bucks, who took 7 threes every time he entered a game and shot over 42%. 6'4" sharp shooter, and that's him right there, AJ Green guarding Peyton Watson. It would be AJ Green and a first-round draft pick for Peyton Watson. They are so far away, it seems, in terms of a contract, Watson and his representatives and the Nuggets, that a deal like this, I would shrug my shoulders and be like, okay, I guess. But the rumor is that Peyton Watson and his people are asking for more money than Christian Braun. Well, Christian Braun's getting more than $24 million. And hindsight being 2020, at the beginning of last year, Christian Braun got that contract and Peyton Watson didn't. And I think that bothers Peyton Watson and his representatives. They're like, well, he's more valuable than this guy. He's probably more likely to start than this guy, all things considered. Why isn't he being paid more than this guy? And it's a good argument. But there's just no way the Denver Nuggets are going to pay Peyton Watson that amount of money. Could he stay with the Nuggets for around, I don't know, 16 to 18, something like that? Probably, but the Nuggets are in a tough spot. Aaron Gordon's contract is impossible to get out of, and we love Aaron Gordon anyways, at least a healthy Aaron Gordon. We love Aaron Gordon as a person, period, the end. Cam Johnson, can you get rid of him and unload his contract? Maybe. He seems to be the most tradable piece, that's for sure, depending on what you're willing to settle for, and you may get fleeced on that. So adding AJ Green as a sharpshooter off the bench to go with Julian Strawther off the bench might be the way to go, and you're probably giving up a lot of potential and talent and Peyton Watson to do so. But if you were to pull off a deal like that, you'd still have to make other moves, but they might be easier to do to get under the second apron. We'll see. We'll update the ongoing drama with Peyton Watson as things just roll on. Meanwhile, when it comes to the Rockies, God, was yesterday a frustrating game. They had 3 different leads in this game.
A counterpunch here in the third, down 2-0, and that's a good start. Launched in deep right center by Willie Castro, and that'll fly. The Rockies get a marker back on Willie's 11th of the year.
Not too shabby.
Makes it 2-1.
And a base hit to left. Juliet around third. He's coming home, and the Rockies have tied it up. Jake McCarthy coming through.
Jake McCarthy is one of those guys they're talking about trading. How about taking lead number 1?
Crush to deep right. Take a good look. You won't see it for long. 2-run. Hometown. Mickey Moniak blast.
Okay, that's lead number 1. How about lead number 2?
2-run homer. That's down the line. Fair ball. Tovar hits one into that left field corner. And a green light for Castro. And he will score standing up on the double by Ezekiel Tovar. And the Rockies are back in front.
Tovar's been really struggling, and Tovar was a part of lead number 3.
Ball 4, and the Rockies have taken the lead. Morheon walks Tovar with the bases jammed.
But Senzatella stunk. Hergert loaded the bases with no outs. And then the Rockies blow 3 leads to be walked off by the Padres for the 3rd time this year.
Runs exceptionally well. This has popped up, and it is to Carrick. So here we go. Merrill coming down the lane. Here's the throw to the plate. It is not in time. It was a great throw. Just a smidgen late. And the Padres, for the 3rd time this year in 5 games at Petco, have walked off the Rockies. The final score 8-7.
Hergert is now 0-4 on the season. Senzatella, he was all right a while ago, but oh my God, he is terrible again. And Lorenzen, did Lorenzen things. It's a mishmash. I mean, I guess it's not bad 4 runs, 8 hits, 3 runs, all earned. Only 2 strikeouts. I mean, you can't bench press strikeouts, I guess. And Herger takes the loss in a brutal fashion. Absolutely brutal. I'm not sure what to say. The pitching top to bottom for the Rockies was basically awful. And when they did put up runs, the inability to hold a lead sucked. At 42 and 66, they're only 1 win away from matching their win total last year. But unfortunately, when you just look at the standings, it's a battle between them and the Angels. That's what we're keeping tabs of. The Angels are also 42 and 66. So the Rockies and Angels have the exact same record and as terms of the worst team in Major League Baseball. And now there's a little bit more separation between, say, the Rockies and the Giants, as the Giants, who stink too, by the way, are 45 and 62. The Padres, 54 and 53. I'm not even going to tell you where they rank with the Dodgers. The Rockies are minus 111 in run differential, which, let me look at the Angels real quick. Yeah. Oh, actually, the Athletics are 126, minus 126. But somehow they have 3 more wins than the Rockies. There's a lot of bad teams out there. And this is an indicator that the Rockies have a long way to go. And what's daunting for Mission 63 to get to less than 100 losses this year, the players that we're highlighting here, McCarthy and Moniak, I don't know about Lorenz and Freeland, Senzatella, but in terms of position players that matter, the most valuable assets the Rockies have now that are tradable, Moniak and McCarthy, are contributing positively in every game. What happens if those guys get traded? So, interesting things with the Rockies this year, but at the end of the day, it's pretty damn tough.
Stop the play. At first, you're thinking,
Well, why is he not throwing it?
yeah,
Yeah.
yo, get down. Come on, man.
Yeah.